Get out!
Hello tankers and tankettes, I've got kind of a short replay for you today, but there's something a bit interesting about this one. This is a Tiger, obviously, it's a 9.0 replay, so it's the HD Tiger. Oh, look at them polygons, man, look at them polygons. Oh. And I'm actually playing with phj. This was one of those occasions where he was streaming in the day earlier than when Circle normally starts, and he decided just that he was going to stream, and I happened to be around, and there you go. He's in the AMX M445, and this was a 9.0 replay, and this was the stage where he was still actually... He was trying to get a good game that he could use to do a review on that tank. It took him a while. I think I actually mentioned that in a previous video as well, but I can't remember which one. But he's not playing it for fun, especially. I don't think he massively enjoyed it. It's not a terrible tank, but it's not a great tank. It's the poor man's Tiger, especially these days. So this is really good matchmaking. It's Lakeville encounter, and there's no artillery as well, which is particularly nice. So I'm going to do what I normally do, which is go into the town. phj is actually... he normally goes there in a medium, and sometimes, if he's in something like the FCM50T, he'll go there. Something with good view range. And I suspect he had some kind of optics equipment on his AMX, because it's not the normal place you'd go in a top-tier heavy, but I think looking at the matchmaking, and, you know, he just... with his, you know, Ubor... hacksaw elite skills, I don't even know, but he just felt confident to go there. Anyway, we've got a bunch of stuff lit up. This VK 3001H. Yeah, I feel a bit bad for that guy. And the 88 as well. He's about to know a world of pain. So this is a pretty nice setup for a Tiger. Take a look at the minimap right now and take a look at what's going on in the valley. Our one ARL, I mean, a couple of tanks in the valley, even in counter mode, is not necessarily a bad idea, as long as they're tanks that can fall back. But going in alone in a mid-tier heavy, I mean, the ARL's not a bad tank, but look how many of the enemy team went into the valley. And this is the point where I do something I wouldn't normally do, and it's a bit risky, but I actually turned back, and phj was, I think, slightly wondering why I was at this stage. I seem to remember. And you see there, that ARL's just getting out. But if I go through the town, I know I'm not going to get to do much damage. So I am just being incredibly opportunist right now. I'm going to put myself, even though it's risky, I mean, look at that, we're capping. I could have just sat on the cap, and we'd have won, and I'd have had 400 damage, but I was like, no, screw that, I want more damage, I want more XP, I want more credits. So I'm going to put myself smack bang in the path of the, look at that, look at the team list, it's the bulk of the enemy team. But I'm not going to go right round the corner and sit right in their path, no, that would be a bit silly. I'm going to get somewhere where I can use a bit of terrain, which is this bit here. But first, it looks like there's a T-29 over there that I can stop. So let's see if I can't... oh, well, that one went in the tracks, but hey, at this distance, 569 meters, and again, in the tracks, you know, I suppose I shouldn't complain too much. He repairs. No, I'm not going to get any damage off him. Right, they're going to be coming around that corner any moment now, so I need to turn. I don't want to be sat there with my bum facing a whole horde of enemy tanks. So the Tiger's not exactly a brilliant hull-down tank, but there's enough terrain here to make it usable. So here we go, first customer, 38 NA, pow, right in the side. Well, they know I'm here now, and there's an enemy IS. Oh, he's full health. Now, there's very, very likely chance I will not survive this, but the thing is, we are going to win. Worst case scenario, I increase my repair costs, but I'm getting to do more damage. I've already added 1,000 damage to what I had before I got here, and potentially it could go even better. Now, I should have just shot this Tiger in the axle. Actually, it works in my favour, him being on the move. Now, the IS is going to be a bit aggressive. He's going to come towards me. But actually, look what's happening on the rest of the minimap. I'm actually getting some fire support now. Because I'm lighting these guys up, they're actually... oh, that's unlucky. I don't know how I bounced that shot, but it did. Also, I might die. That's a possibility. Yeah, I'm actually now getting some fire support from the other side of the lake, from phj, And so this is not like it's me alone versus the Horde, but I am just racking up the damage here, and my plan, you know, I've been thoroughly spanked, but instead of capping, we've actually completely beaten the enemy team, and that is all because I went to that spot, or so it feels like. I could have sat in a more defensive position in the town, but I don't think I would have gotten to do nearly as much damage. As it was, I got a high caliber and a Confederate medal with 2,728 damage, plus another 1,200 spotting and assistance. I could have gone and sat in the cap. It would have guaranteed the win. We were going to win that one either way because the enemy team did a really silly thing. But instead, I took a more high-risk strategy that, in the end, it did actually pay off. And I did nearly die, but even if I had died, we still would have won. And I still would have made, you know, a decent amount of credits and a decent amount of XP. Because I walked away from that battle with Premium with 62,000 credits. And yes, there was some mission bonus stuff in there as well. But I don't think I would have maybe gotten that with only 400 damage somehow. Possibly I would have picked up a bit more, who knows. But I don't think I would have done that 2.7k. So sometimes you just got to do a silly thing, and you got to be incredibly opportunistic, and you got to think, you know what, we're going to win anyway, so I just want to make a few more credits out of this. And you don't have to, you know, a win's a win, but a win with more credits is better than a win with less credits, if that makes any sense. So there you go. It's not that I was a particular tactical genius in this one or anything, it's just, it's the thing that happened. And it does show one thing. It shows the importance of looking at the minimap and looking at what the enemy team is doing, looking at what your own team is doing, seeing what information that can give you, and then thinking about, well, how can I use this to my advantage? And in this case, the advantage was putting myself in a really awkward spot for those guys that all came through the valley, and I was able to pick up a boatload of damage by doing that I wouldn't necessarily have had if I hadn't been paying attention to the minimap, or if I just continued right round through the city, because at that point you'd be chasing them through the valley, and that wouldn't work. That would have just been incredibly slow. So there is something to take away from this, I guess. It's not just, hey look, here's how this match worked out. It's hey look, here's what you can do if you're paying attention to the minimap. So, you know, if we're going to take away something from this, let it be that. So if you enjoyed this replay, you can hit the like button, you can leave any comments below, you can subscribe to my channel, and of course, as always, stay tuned for more.